Hey, somebody who's actually waiting. How about that? That's new. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Hello, one viewer. How are you? 25 seconds in, and we are rocking it. And today is a very beautiful May Day. Happy May Day to you and yours. Of course, the International Workers' Day that your boss might not have told you about because they are a lying sack of poop, aren't they now? So I want to just show you my garden. Becky's garden, really. I just get to enjoy it. That's right, Red. It is May Day, May Day, May Day, the type of utterance and exclamation that you might make when your helicopter is going down. Hey, Johnny Coolwater, how you doing? Happy May Day. Happy May Day to you, Robert Allen. It's a beautiful, gorgeous spring day, and just thought I'd do a little different here and start out with a little view of my garden. Like I say, Becky's garden, she does all the planting. I just get to enjoy the fruits or flowers of her labor. And spring is a beautiful time. Things are coming right up here. The flamingos are happy. Things are going well. Boom. There it is. Tony Johnson, good question. How high am I? I'm about 5'10", but let's say 5'11", just because. Why not? Look at our garden. Things are looking beautiful. Forsythia, totally up and at 'em. Gorgeous day. As you know, I don't know if you saw the Facebook stream last night, but it was really, really windy here. Ripped off the skylight off of our roof, and I guess I'm gonna have to fix that. Today, as you can see, it's got some repairs, needing some repairs. I think I can do it with some more tape without having to go buy a new sheet of plexiglass. So we'll see about that and try and make it new and exciting. There's a little mirror that the birds, we get this little bird head who keeps insisting on flying into and tapping on, and really crazy. Johnny Coolwater with a question about my appearance on Fox News at the Jesse Waters show back in the day. And they did indeed cover airfare and lodgings. They put us up at a really nice little hotel in Times Square. It was pretty fun. It was pretty nice. I guess they must probably do the same for Spike Cohen because they are, well, no, Spike is doing it by Zoom, so he doesn't get those fabulous treats and perks that I got. So don't you fret, we'll turn the camera around and show my face shortly, and we will get nice and high. Maybe I'll sit down right here. We're live again. on. Sorry, I glitched out there for a minute. A little peek at my ramshackle abode. Loving life, living large. I live in the woods, not in a camper, but you might want to check out that new song that I posted on the Twitter and the Facebook. All right, gonna flip the camera around here. So we slowly, there we are. Oh. Hi everybody, it's me, Vermin Supreme, out in the woods, Cape Ann Peninsula where I live. Springtime, spring is busting up and out all over. It is so gorgeous. We had some torrential rain for a couple days, and April showers bring May flowers, and I think we all know what May flowers bring. Pilgrims. Thank you. Dad joke. Kid joke. I don't know. Kid jokes are pretty much dad jokes, I guess, right? And so, welcome to this here little thing that I do on Saturdays at noon. Keeps me honest, helps me mark the weeks, helps me stay in touch with you, the YouTube audience, not to be confused with the random Facebook audience. Well, California in the house, Johnny Coolwater checking in, letting us, giving us a little bit of a weather report there for the left coast of America. And let's see. Oh, it must be that time again. Say hi, everybody, to Glass Vermin. Hi, everybody. It's me, Glass Vermin. Boy, I can see the underside of your fingernails filled with crap. It's like I always think that I should probably get a manicure before every broadcast, but that would be impractical. So I guess you just get to see my grubby little fingers and fingernails and things. That's life. Because I live in the woods. All right, today's little bud that we'll be smoking. Where's the focus on this thing? Jeez, I don't know. Don't know. Focus. All right, I guess. Well, whatever. Anyway, I believe it's called Hulk Angry is the name of this bud. It has a real nice smell to it. Real nice look. It's a pretty loose little bud, but we'll cram it down in there. There we go. There's hey everybody, it's Glass Vermin. You can smoke from me. You can smoke from a Glass Vermin pipe. Go to verminsupreme.com and go to the merch, and I think maybe we'll have them or get on a list or some shit. Yep, that's true. That's true, Glass Vermin. Yes, Vermin Supreme glassware made by Anthony Bradbury of Liquid Rainbow Glass. Check it out. And soon you too will be able to smoke out of this fine glassware. Everyone's individually handcrafted, of course, right here in America. If that makes a difference, I guess that's why we can charge more, because we're not made by little slave children in third world countries. Maybe someday, right, kids? All right, is everybody ready? Y'all ready? Brian Witt asking me if I think that I will ever stop running for president. I will probably continue running for president, if not actively, passively. People will vote for me regardless. I know Pat Paulson ran a couple campaigns after his death. So ideally, even long after my death, perhaps somebody will be doing that for me. Oh, just got a notice from Cameo. Looks like I have 2 hours to do a cameo, so I'd better remember to do that after this. I should have done it before, but that's okay. Once again, of course, cameo.com/Vermin Supreme for all your cameo needs. Mother's Day is coming right up, and nothing says I love you, Mom, like a Vermin Supreme cameo with Vermin Supreme telling your mom how much you love her. because especially if your mom is a Vermin Supreme fan, that's all the better, all the more reason to do it. And your mom, say hi to your mom for me. Let me say hi to your mom for you. Let Vermin Supreme say Happy Mother's Day to your mom for you. There's nothing more special than that, is there now? So if everybody's got their weed trip together, um, yeah, yeah, exactly, Johnny Coolwater. Yeah, my fingers, my thumb is. Last week, somebody's asking me, Vermin, why is your thumb black? And it's because I was holding the pipe like that. Hello. Um, all right, let's get this party started. All right, are you ready? It's high noon. Let's get high, people. On the East Coast, of course. Off to a slow start. We're trickling in, and we got half a dozen viewers, but that's okay because that makes your specialness even more important. You divide my attention and love by the number of viewers, and that's how much you get. And the less viewers, the more love you get, I guess, would be one mathematical formula to describe it. Let's do it, people. Got the weed in my belly. Soon I'm going to have the fire in my belly. Gonna have the smoke in my lungs. Smoke's up through my pipe head, boot pipe head. Here we go. Let's do it. See a little smoke coming out of the boot. See a little smoke coming out of the... Whee! All right. Yes, I suppose I should keep on talking. Isn't that the whole idea of this thing, that I talk and you watch? And sometimes I don't talk, but that's more so on the other feed, the live stream, where I don't have to talk because I let the nature do the talking for me. But I have a feeling that you, the viewer, when you're looking at my face, appreciate that my lips are moving and sound is coming from my vocal cords. I could be wrong. You let me know. Maybe you would just sit there and we could have a staring contest and we could like look at each other funny. But the fact that I can't see you would make that a little difficult, and I would have to take your word for it. Well, that focuses down pretty good. Okay, well, let's smoke more weed then. Let's get down to it. Oh, forgot the carburetor hole. Whoa, little breeze there. Haha. Zachary Shoemaker, that is very true. It can be very enjoyable times when you're spending time with people and just have a very comfortable silence, and you don't have to talk or chat, and like that. Sounds like the birds are pecking on the mirrors. I guess that's a drawback when you have mirrors in your yard. The little birds sometimes have such a bird brain that they think that they're fighting their arch enemy that looks just like them in some sort of alternate dimension. I've had that trouble myself before, seeing my reflection in the mirror, assuming it's myself in an alternate dimension, and try and get in a fight, and yeah. Once again, of course, so we got the glass vermin pipes on verminsupreme.com. Check them out. I hope they're there. I haven't been there for a while. Check it out. Let me know. Somebody go there and see if they're on the shop site yet. If not, they'll be there soon. And of course, as you know, the Vermin Supreme glass butt plugs. I believe there's a prototype that's being tested by our team of butt. I'm sorry, that was rude of me. Spit takes are funny, but hacking up phlegm and coughing it out may be just disgusting. But so it goes. That's how comfortable I am with you, my friends, that I'm happy to spit in front of you. No offense. All right, keep on smoking, Vermin. Keep on going. Oop, gonna have to tamp it down with my thumb, and then you get that black thumb. So, yeah, we've all been there, I guess. Less than 3. Zachary Shoemaker, thank you for that comment. Less than 3. Right on, I think. Or is 3 more than something else? And of course, Liquid Rainbow Glass, the maker of this fine pipe, I believe will also be making, in addition to the line of glass butt plugs, is also making a themed Vermin Supreme dildo for your kinky sexual dildo needs. Some people, of course, do enjoy having objects inserted into their orifices, and hey, who doesn't, right? And so we are here at the Vermin Supreme. Well, I don't want to say it's the Vermin Supreme Institute thing. That might be a little weird, but I guess. Vermin Supreme Institute bringing you vibrate. Well, if they vibrated, that would be awesome. But they don't. They're glass. But you can stick them up inside of you and do whatever you do while you're doing that. A little early in the morning here, or where you are, it probably is, because in 4/5 of the country, it's still morning. But here on the East Coast, on the Atlantic Ocean coast, totally, it's afternoon. It's high noon. With Vermin Supreme, you're watching the show where I talk, usually, and say stuff, but usually nothing of terrible consequence. And that's sort of just the way I like it. I don't have to comment on current events. I don't have to comment on politics as a rule, because that's not what I do, because I am not a pundit, because I don't think that what I think is the take or more important than what other people think, or more correct. Well, I guess personally I do, but I like to think that what I think is right, but do I give a fuck? You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see some emojis, people. Give me some emojis. Oh, fuck, I keep forgetting. YouTube does not have emojis. On Facebook, I do this funny little thing where the little hearts and smiley faces come pouring up, and then I catch them in my nose or my mouth or my eye. It's really a fun visual thing. Oh yes, read up on May Day. If you're not familiar with the historical origins of May Day, from a pagan celebration with the maypole and fertility dances, on up to the anarchist revolutions and riots in the streets and the haymarkets, and fighting for the 8-hour day, and fighting for workplace autonomy, and all of those things, let me tell you that May Day is a very, very important holiday for anarchists, especially and in particular. I would say it's a very powerful holiday. People take to the streets and oftentimes do civil disobedience and political direct action, and service, and do things for people. May Day, May Day, May Day. There have been many, many May Days where I've been on the streets with my fellow anarchists, marching to let the population, the people, know that it was indeed May Day, and that they should know that it's May Day, and why May Day. It's a holiday, and it's nice it falls on a Saturday. It's that way made the general strike a lot easier, I guess. Oh, I should have made a post about that. That would have been funny. Okay. We're off to a rip-roaring start. Seems like only yesterday. Seems like only last week. We're doing pretty much the same damn thing. So, Just reading the comments here. So mellow. Such a beautiful day. We'll see how it goes. Hey, what's new, everybody? What's new? What's new with you? Nothing new with me. Just another week here in Vermin land. And like I say, if I don't comment on current events and politics, there's not a lot going on. And I don't want to talk too much about my personal life. That would be untoward. So, what's left? You. What's new with you? Vermin Supreme wants to know. I wish this was a call-in show. If there was some way we could make this a call-in show, that would be great. Yep. Blue jay, a little bit in the distance there. Yeah, it's a beautiful time of year for flowers and sights and sounds. The sounds for sure. The peeper frogs are still peeping up a storm. I think I got a raccoon living in my shack that I got to chase out. Oh, there's a weasel in my camper. It's like, okay, we saw the little rodent poop. It's like, oh my, what is this, a squirrel? And then as I was routing around, looking around, I lifted a pillow, and there was this adolescent, gray, cute, furry weasel, which is essentially a mink, which is, I don't know, very cool. Looked at us. Hopefully, I think it moved out though. So that's the thing, when you live in the woods, sometimes you get the wild animals wanting to cohabitate your space. And of course, it's always a concern, especially when, you know, the squirrels for years, because every year here, there's sort of a different species that is more noticeable or more dominant. And the years that the gray squirrels were kings and queens of the woods was somewhat annoying, because they would inevitably chew their way through the siding of our house or in a corner, and then get into the ceilings and in between the walls, and you would hear all this scatter, scurry, scatter, scurry. And sometimes they would like come into the kitchen and eat all the chocolate, or you know, get this, that, or the other thing. You know, the mice, you know, field mice, they're okay. They don't eat a lot, but the squirrels would make a real mess. And the thing about the squirrels, of course, is they are rodents, and so they're constantly chewing things because their teeth continue to grow. It's a dental related fact that rodents' teeth continue to grow. And so they need to chew on things to keep them from getting too long. And one of the things that squirrels like to chew on, especially when they're in between your walls, is on your wiring. So you have to worry about squirrels being a fire hazard. Whereas weasels, on the other hand, when we had Liesel the weasel living in between our walls and popping out late at night, looking at me funny from various kitchen places, not so much, because they are predators, because they eat other little animals and meat. So you don't have to worry about the weasels eating your wires, and they didn't make too much of a mess because there wasn't a lot, you know, they weren't like routing through the grains and the other foodstuffs. So if I was going to choose to have any particular animal living inside of my walls, I would go with weasel every time, and I think you should too. And that's my opinion, and that is the hill that I'm willing to die on. I will die on that. I won't die on a lot of political things, but I will die on the hill, that given the choice, I would choose to have weasels in my walls. Now, friends, what kind of animals would you like to have in your walls? Hey, Michael from Germany, how are you? Steve R, did we name the weasel the one in the walls? Was like the mama, we like to think, so we called it Liesel the weasel. And the weasel in the camper, we've nicknamed Willie the weasel, named after President Clinton, of course. Birds. there's. If you had big spaces in your walls, I'm sure we'd all love to have tigers and lions and bears living in our walls. That would be a whole lot of fun. But once again, once they came into your kitchen, it would be a little bit of a mess. So weasels, definitely going with weasels. Retro Fire wants a honey badger in their walls. Very good choice. Very good choice. Honey badgers, you have to make maybe. When building houses, people should really pay more attention to making more space between the walls for animals to live in, because it's only right and fair, because we take up so much of their habitat and space, and especially in this day and age, I think it's only right and fair as we encroach onto the other animals' territory, that we give them a little bit back. Yesterday, I had a couple deer right up against the house. That was fun. They were looking scruffy. Zachary would like birds in his wall, in his walls, yeah. Blue jays in the walls for Samuel Jenkins. Sometimes we get the little barn swallows and chickadees and stuff. Tony Johnson, that's very cool. Birds singing together, to each other. I'd better smoke some more weed. Oh my goodness. Nice. Oh, spaced out here a little bit, so I guess that's a good thing for me. I don't know if it's a good thing for you, but hey, that's okay. Red Roach, do you grow your own little worms, or do you have to go finding those little worms? Do you go digging them up, and do you put them on fish hooks if you go fishing? Some people do. Worms are wonderful things. They make life possible, quite arguably, in terms of their soil production. Alrighty. Woo wee ha ha ha. All right, hold on a sec. I'm gonna. You can buy worms by the bag. What? Squirming live worms or dried up worms? What kind of worms do you buy by the bag? Gummy worms I've actually seen, but yes. Calvin Butterworth, hey, welcome to the show. We're coming up on the half hour, and I might call it a half hour just because I'm feeling pretty low energy, but that's okay. We all do now and again. We all have various levels of energy, and got me a little minor headache and neck ache, and up for, I don't know, go take some aspirin and stretch out and stuff and all that. Whatever. I ain't gonna complain about my crotchety fucking aches and pains. You'll get them when you're older, and I don't want to sound like some old guy complaining about his aches and pains. Michael asked me a political question. Okay, let's look at this, and then maybe we'll sign off and call it a day. It's like I've always maintained, if you're going to watch a Vermin Stream live stream, you're going to be watching quite some time before you get anything particularly interesting and something that clip-worthy, I guess. And this could be that thing. Michael writes, what do you think of zoning rules which prohibit urban sprawl? Good for nature, but bad for potential land owners. Whatever. Zoning rules are problematic in that they do indeed encroach upon people's ability to utilize the land that they own in various ways that they might like to. But on the other hand, we live in a society, and of course, in this given paradigm, which we have evolved, turned into through, I don't know if it's natural selection, certainly not the political thing, doesn't really hold up into that. But it is a system under which we are conducting ourselves within reason. Now, it's May Day, so we want to smash the state. I don't want to come off as a statist or endorse the state. However, so I'd like to see it to be an ultimately mutually consensual agreement, which some will argue democracy sort of is, but we all know a little bit better. So zoning rules, city planners, zoning boards, I think they all have their various reasons to try and keep things in check, and we can only hope and assume, although I would not assume, but we could hope that they are driven by a motivation for the common good of the community that they represent, and that by representing the community, they are representing the community's will to the best of their ability while weighing the positive and negative factors involved. And once again, of course, as humans, perhaps we have to also represent ourselves as stewards of the land or stewards of nature. And isn't nature ultimately the owner of the property? Wasn't it nature's ownership and property first? So I think that weighing in environmental impacts and what impacts the natural world that lives within the confines of your property could arguably be needed to take into effect legitimately. Let's say you got some, endangered species laws, for example, and how people aren't able to develop on that land, or even vernal ponds. Actually, right down there is a vernal pond, which is a pond that's habitat to a very specific number of salamanders and frogs and all sorts of things like that. They can't exist without it. And here in Massachusetts, one of the zoning laws is that a registered or identified vernal pond that is recorded cannot be developed. So therefore, if there's a vernal pond and somebody documents it, that really curtails the development that it can occur there. But if it's not registered, what the hell, then it can be. So here, locally, a lot of activists will occasionally, they will do that, try and identify as many vernal pools as possible, I guess with the intent of, in addition to protecting the species, to somewhat limit the development. So there's a lot of factors. I feel for the property owners that find themselves in a bind. But on the other hand, if there were no zoning rules, what might a typical town look like? How many stories would you build? Been to places where there were no such things. Istanbul, for example, a crazy city, looks pretty wild. It's pretty ramshackle. People build crazily and oftentimes not safely. And so a lot of factors, definitely many sides to the coin. I think there are many sides to the 20-sided dice, as it were. Let's look at it like that. Any given issue might have the answers. It's not black or white. It's not heads or tails. It is more like at least the 20 sides of the D&D dice. Perhaps it would be a more accurate representation or way to visualize. And even that's ridiculous, because it's definitely not. There's a lot of possibilities, and we have to weigh them all. And in this proportional democracy, I guess that maybe zoning boards, fuck the state, but let's say that community zoning boards, okay. Directed by, okay. All right. Zachary Shoemake, thanks for giving me the opportunity to change the topic here. Preparing the Dungeons and Dragons game, D&D. I would like to play that sometime. I am not that familiar. I've never played it, but I hope to sometime. Or do I really? No, probably not. But I will let you in a little secret. Cameo.com/Vermin Supreme. Now, if you or your friends are a big Dungeon and Dragon playing group, I have indeed given different scenarios and instructions for D&D players. Two people in particular have hired me to do a cameo, now only $30, to communicate with their D&D group. It's really funny. I pretend to be a wizard walking through the woods, crunching the leaves, and well, I wouldn't show the house, but in fact, I'll turn around. I'll give you a little example. And okay. Then I do a little acting and look like I'm walking around, and then when I get, oh, hi, it's you, the group of D&D players. Oh no, don't tell me your names, and then I'll say their names because they give me their names in the request. I recognize you from the songs of the bards from the past, the present, and the future. Yes, it is I, the wizard known as Vermin Supreme, and I don't know. Have you seen a herd of ponies out here? I'm looking for my herd of ponies. I believe they may have been kidnapped by an evil goblin or some such. And what I want you to do is help me recover the ponies, and in exchange, I shall grant you 2 wishes. So, if you and your D&D group if you think it would be funny for your friends to have Vermin Supreme do a D&D cameo where I would address them all by name and talk about their adventures, and maybe for a reasonable tip, I would even make up a bard-like song about their conquests and what have you. So just look at those blooming trees. It's beautiful. All right. So, there you go. Let's see what everybody's commenting. Yeah, I need some cameos, people. I got the VerminSupremeInstitute.com. Check out VerminSupremeInstitute.com this afternoon after I sign off. Check out some of the latest think pieces and op-eds that people are writing, and the historical fiction. If you like historical fiction, the series that our writers have been writing about, like first-hand accounts from the imaginary first-hand accounts regarding the Haymarket massacre and May Day related activities, check them out today. VerminSupreme.com. Let us know what you think. Always looking for feedback, and always looking for writers and people of various skills and talents. If you have anything to contribute to the Vermin Supreme Institute, we are all about the mutual aid shit, and we really want to reach out and help the peoples. And of course, the more money that people give us, the more money that we can give away, is sort of how I've been looking at it. And so when people hire me for a cameo or join the patreon.com/Vermin Supreme, and they kick down $5 or $10 a month, it doesn't go in my pocket. I'm okay. It goes to the Institute, and that's how I finance VerminSupremeInstitute.com, is through the cameos. They're $30, and Cameo gets a quarter of it, and the rest goes to the Vermin Supreme Institute, where we do things. And we've done a few things, and we're going to do a few more things. And we're a low rent nickel and dime operation, but we do what we do, and we do it with what we got. And I've put $7,000 of cameo money into the Institute. Samuel Jenkins, sorry you have to go, but I hope you have a beautiful day. Like I say, myself, boy, I don't know. It's so many hours of the day. Would I watch Vermin Supreme ramble just on and on? I don't know. I don't think I would, because I don't watch anybody else do that. But I know that some people find that a form of entertainment and like to do that, and I'd say I guess that's a good thing, because there's a lot of channels on the internet, and a lot of channels. So I'm glad that you have decided to join me this beautiful Saturday, May Day. if you're going to go out into the streets, I was just going to say that, Calvin Butterworth, be safe, stay free, watch your ass, watch your friend's ass, not in a, well, not in that way, unless that's the kind of friend they are. If that's the kind of friendship you have, then that's totally fine. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Blissful Wizard, thank you for appreciating these streams. I appreciate the appreciation, and it's a very odd little sort of thing. It's a strange dynamic, and it's, you know, I mean, it's Saturday afternoon, it's high noon. Would I be normally talking to my phone? Would I be talking to a large group of people through the ethers? I don't know. I doubt it. Would I be wearing the boot right now? Would I be standing here? I don't know. Don't know. So I thank you. Have a wonderful week. Yeah, once again, I guess we should wrap this up. It's been going on a little long for the level of energy. Hopefully next week, we'll see you all next week. In the meantime, verminsupreme.com verminsupreme.com. Check it out. Check out the gift shop. Buy stuff. I guess. I don't know. Or just send us money. Or just subscribe. Tell your friends. Italy in the house. Hello. Oh, I'm sorry you're having a grumpy day. I hope it gets better. I hope you get some crazy candidates in there doing some crazy stuff, mixing things up. Wizarding in agricultural school. That is a very good idea. Red Roach, great to see you. Thanks for popping by. We'll catch you up next week. Yeah, you're a regular. I don't have to give you all the links. You know all the links. Okay. All right. I got to get going. I got cameos to do. I got my weekly cameos, averaging about $200 a week is the average amount of money that my cameos take in that I'm able to give to the Institute, verminsupremeinstitute.com, so we can help make different projects happen, mutual aid shit. So that's cool. I don't know. Whoa, it's a new angle. Check out my profile pic on my personal Facebook page, Vermin Supreme, and check out, it's a great drawing that this cat did, Louis something. Beautiful things going on, beautiful people, beautiful world. Smell the flowers, get outside, enjoy the nature, enjoy the day, if you have the opportunity to do that. Be beautiful to one another, be kind, rewind, hook up with any sort of mutual aid projects going on in your area or your neighborhood, or start your own if you see a need and believe that you and your friends or complete strangers that you haven't met yet can get together in order to make a group thing happen that will be to the betterment of your area, society, community, or neighborhood. Make that shit happen. Get together. Think about all the people you haven't reached out to in a while, people, especially people who you think should be reached out to, and do that. And definitely try and be in touch with your kinfolk. Remember, Mother's Day is coming right on up, so call your mom if your mom is still alive, and if she's not, give her a big shout out into the afterlife, because that's real too. So do that, and of course, get a cameo.com/Vermin Supreme for Mother's Day, because nothing says I love you, mother, than hooking her up with Vermin Supreme, if you know what I mean. Insert mom joke here. Yes. All right. 2 more minutes. What's your favorite mom joke? If you got any mom jokes, put them in the comment section. And then we'll sign off. Or maybe I should just sit down and smoke more weed before we get too far in the day here. All right, fine, because I know some people tuning in a little late here, and maybe you missed the weed smoking portion, the high noon portion. So let's do it. Here we go. Ooh, that was a good lungie. All right, Crazy K, take care. No, you hang up first. No, Robert Emmanuel, no, you hang up first. Um, no, no, you hang up first. I hear my wife yelling at the birds up there. They keep flying into that mirror. Mazel tov to you, Red Roach. Oh, wow, I think that was a resin hit. Wow, might have been a seed. Holy shit. Oh, well, probably can't plant that now. And oh, yeah, it's getting to be that time of year, people. Get those, get your weed patches going, especially where it's legal. Here in the state of Massachusetts, we are allowed by the state to grow, what, half a dozen plants, flowering plants, or be in possession of, because you can grow lots of plants, you just can't have them flowering. So in Massachusetts, until the plants are flowering, but you can have up to 6 flowering plants, 12 per household, up to, and be in possession of 9 ounces of dried weed, cannabis, marijuana. So that's a fun fact for y'all, and glad you stuck around for it. Scott Goggle asking how I am doing. I am doing pretty good, I think. Just getting ready to sign off here, or at this point I could almost ramble another 12 minutes, but what's the point? And you know, maybe next week we'll see how it goes. All right, I'm out of here. I thought I ended this thing a few minutes ago. I thought I was talking to myself. So take care, everybody. Thank you very much once again. Appreciate the appreciation. Love our little times together, and hopefully we'll do it again real soon. And maybe stick around. Maybe one of these weeks I'll say something awesomely profound and helpful. But in the meantime, take care. Take care. Share the love. Be the love. And have a great May Day. Smash the state. Take the streets. Take back our country from whoever has it, whenever we take it back from them. Yes. Good day. I didn't hang up. I meant to hang up. Sorry about that. Okay. Am I sure I want to stop streaming? It's such a hard call. Are you sure? It's so final. I mean, I could always start up streaming again. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Says the little window. Cancel and continue streaming, or end. Should say stop just for consistency. But sometimes it really makes you think. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? I'm pretty sure. See, they don't have that option. Pretty sure. No, it's too binary, the decisions they're giving me. Yeah, they should have one saying, yeah, get me the fuck out of here, or like, are you sure you want to stop streaming? And then one of the buttons would be forever, question mark. Okay, fuck it, out of here, good day, loving y'all.